Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful B&B spoilers for Monday, July 28, reveal that Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang will react to Taylor Hayes. Rebecca Budig warning while Eric Forrester John McCook tells Nick Marone, Jack Wagner, to back off after Taylor overheard Brooke making yet another play for Ridge Forrester Torsten K. She decided to confront her alone. That led to Taylor making it crystal clear that Ridge wasn't available and insisting nothing was going to come between them. On Monday's B&B episode, we should see Brooke's reaction to Taylor's outburst. Despite Taylor predicting that her future with Ridge is secure, Brooke won't be so sure about that. It seems likely Brooke will push Taylor's buttons by playing up her history with Ridge and how often they've found their way back to each other. Brooke may point out that Italy can be a magical place and leave Taylor even more riled up than before. As for Eric, he'll have a tense conversation with Nick. Since Eric is rooting for Brooke and Ridge's happy ending, he won't want Nick making a bigger mess of things, now that Eric's been pushing Ridge to reunite with Brooke before it's too late. He'll probably warn Nick that his own Brooke reunion isn't going to happen. Eric will still believe in the power of destiny when it comes to Brooke and Ridge's future. That's why Eric will steer Nick away from his Brooke pursuit, or at least try to. Nick isn't someone who lets other people tell him what to do, so he won't be eager to take Eric's advice. Instead, Nick will resolve to prove he's the best man for Brooke and will make some shocking moves once the Italy trip gets underway. Although Nick will plan on convincing Brooke to tie the knot, some twists and turns are going to throw off his next scheme. Nick will have to make some updates along the way, as disastrous news strikes. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke and Ridge really are endgame, so stay tuned for all the highs and lows of their reunion story. CDL will have other great bold and the beautiful spoilers, news and updates to check out, so make us your favorite B&B hotspot in a world where love, betrayal, and power are interwoven in a web of deceit. The Forrester family finds themselves at the heart of a storm that seems impossible to navigate. The episode airing Monday, July 28, promises to bring tensions to a boiling point as emotions run high. Two major moments take center stage: Brooke's reaction to Taylor's warning about Ridge and Eric's confrontation with Nick over the growing tension at Forrester Creations. Brooke reacts to Taylor's warning. Brooke Logan has never been one to shy away from a fight, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. She's spent years on the emotional roller coaster of love with Ridge Forrester, a relationship that has spanned decades, navigating highs, lows, betrayals, and reconciliations. But no matter how tumultuous their relationship becomes, she always believes in the possibility of a happy ending, even if it seems elusive at times. When Taylor Hayes, Ridge's former wife and Brooke's longtime rival, warns Brooke about the potential dangers of getting too close to Ridge again, Brooke's first instinct is to brush it off as just another attempt at sabotage. After all, Taylor's jealousy has often overshadowed her good intentions in the past, and Brooke has long ago grown immune to her attempts at undermining her. But this time feels different. Taylor's warning seems to come from a deeper place of concern, and Brooke can't help but wonder if there's more to it than mere rivalry. As the episode unfolds, Brooke finds herself at a crossroads, grappling with the weight of Taylor's words. On one hand, she wants to believe that she and Ridge can finally find lasting happiness this time for good. But on the other hand, the reality of their past keeps haunting her. Every time they've tried to rebuild their relationship, something always seems to tear them apart. Could Taylor's warning be a sign that history is bound to repeat itself? Is Brooke putting herself and Ridge through another round of emotional turmoil? As Brooke sits in the living room of her home, staring out the window with a glass of wine in hand, her thoughts race. Her phone buzzes. It's a text message from Ridge. His words are simple, but the invitation is clear. Can we talk? I miss you. Brooke knows that her heart still longs for him, but the fear of getting hurt again looms large. She takes a deep breath, letting the cool air of uncertainty wash over her. For a moment, she considers ignoring the message, but the pull of Ridge is undeniable. With a resolute click of her phone, she types back, "I'm ready to talk." The scene shifts to a dimly lit restaurant, where Ridge waits for Brooke. His posture is tense, but his eyes soften when he sees her enter. As she walks toward him, Brooke feels a rush of emotion, a mix of love, regret, and hope. The air between them crackles with unspoken tension. "Brooke," Ridge says, standing to greet her. "I didn't know if you'd come." "I almost didn't," Brooke admits. but I couldn't ignore the way you make me feel. Ridge's heart skips a beat, but before he can respond, Brooke holds up her hand. I need you to know something, Ridge. Taylor spoke to me today. She warned me that we might be heading down a dangerous path. She said that our history, it might be too much for us to overcome. Ridge's face hardens slightly, but his eyes betray a trace of concern. What did you tell her? I didn't know what to say, Brooke confesses. I love you, Ridge. I always have, but I don't want to lose myself in this again. I need to know if this time will be different. The conversation continues, with Ridge trying to reassure Brooke that things can be different. But Brooke's doubts linger, her heart torn between the man she loves and the fear of repeating the past. Eric tells Nick to back off. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, Eric Forrester finds himself caught in the middle of a power struggle between Nick Marone and his family. Nick, who's been an ally in the past, has increasingly been at odds with the Forrester family, particularly with Eric's son, Ridge. The tensions between them have been simmering for months, and now, Eric can no longer stand by and let Nick continue his disruptive behavior at the company. The episode opens with Eric and Nick standing in Eric's office, the weight of their unspoken rivalry hanging heavily in the air. Nick's brash confidence fills the room as he stands with his arms crossed, looking down at Eric, who sits at his desk, trying to maintain his composure. You've made your position clear, Eric, Nick says, his tone sharp. But I'm not backing down. I have a vested interest in this company, and if Ridge can't handle it, then I'll do what it takes to protect my stake. Eric's brow furrows in frustration. This is not the way to go about it, Nick. Forrester Creations is not your playground. You can't come in here and demand control just because you think you have leverage. Ridge is my son, and I trust him to do what's best for this company. Nick leans forward, his voice lowering with an edge of menace. You can trust him all you want, Eric, but he's made plenty of mistakes in the past. And you know as well as I do that the company is struggling. If it weren't for my efforts, who knows where Forrester would be right now. Eric stands, his eyes narrowing. Don't you dare take credit for what you've done to this family. Nick, you're nothing more than a thorn in our side, and it's time for you to back off. Nick takes a step closer, his jaw clenched. I'm not going anywhere, old man. If I have to go over your head to make sure things change around here, I will. Eric's eyes flash with fury. Then I'll make sure you regret it. I've built this company from the ground up, and I'll be damned if I let someone like you come in and try to tear it apart. You're no Forrester, Nick, so don't forget your place. The tension between them reaches a boiling point, and, just as Eric moves to leave the room, Nick's voice calls after him. You're making a big mistake, Eric. I'll make you regret underestimating me. But Eric doesn't flinch. Instead, he turns back with a cold stare. You don't scare me, Nick. I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family and my company. Now get out of my office. Nick storms out, his frustration palpable. Eric, on the other hand, stands tall, his resolve unshaken. The battle lines have been drawn, and it's clear that a war is brewing between Nick and the Forrester family. But Eric isn't about to let anyone, not even Nick, threaten the legacy of Forrester Creations. What's next? As Monday's episode comes to a close, fans are left hanging on the edge of their seats, eager to see how these intense confrontations will play out. Brooke is at a crossroads, torn between her love for Ridge and the fear of repeating their tumultuous past. Will she choose to fight for their love, or will she walk away before it's too late? And with Eric now standing firm against Nick's interference, will the Marone heir back off? Or will he escalate the conflict, risking even more damage to the family business? One thing is for sure, The Bold and the Beautiful never fails to deliver drama. And Monday's episode promises to be no exception. With hearts on the line, egos clashing, and power struggles intensifying, the stakes couldn't be higher. Tune in on Monday, July 28th, for an unforgettable episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Let me know if you'd like to expand on any parts of the plot or add more twists.